Hey, what's up guys, it's Garrett here. In this video we're going to talk about should you go ahead and start buying gas in bulk. You know, with everything that's happening in the world right now, I'm sure you've all noticed that gas prices have plummeted. So is it a smart idea to go ahead and start storing up on it? So that's what we're going to try to figure out and just dive on into it. Right off the bat here guys, the very first thing that we need to figure out is what is gas going for now. And according to AAA, if you go into their website, you can see that on average between all 50 states, gas right now is at $1.84. The second thing on our list that we need to figure out is actually how much gas does the average normal person in the US use every single year. And after looking at a few articles online about different statistics depending upon where you live and everything, it all came to be on average about 656 gallons that one person uses in a year. After that, then we need to figure out actually how long can gas last. Just like food, gas has an expiration date too. So after doing a little bit of research, I found that if you go to the gas station, the most popular choice that you're going to pick is gas and ethanol mixed together, which can only last up to be about 3 months. Now, some gas stations do offer this choice that you can pick no ethanol in your fuel at all, which can last to be about 6 months, but majority of gas stations do not have that. But still, both choices, 3 months or 6 months, is still too short of a time, especially for buying thousands worth of gallons of gas. So what can we do to make this gas last longer? And that is adding a stabilizer. Now, if you take a look here at this stabilizer, it claims that it can preserve the gas up to 24 months. And that's going to be able to allow us to buy thousands worth of gallons of gas and be able to hold on to it for several years. And the very final thing that we need to put into consideration is how are we going to store all this fuel that we're going to be buying? And after going on Google and searching for metal drums and plastic containers, I found these 275 gallons for $197 a piece, and that was probably the best deal that I could find that had a drainage way that we could get the fuel out, and we had a top that we could put the fuel in. So now that we have everything that we need to actually go out and do this, now we got to figure out, is this actually going to be worth it? So here we're going to be doing some calculations, and the very first thing that we're going to be calculating is how much containers are we going to be needing. And as I told you earlier that the average person usually uses about 650 gallons a year, that means that we're going to need 3 275 gallon containers, which is going to cost us $591. And now that we have our containers, how much is it going to cost us to be able to fill those containers all the way to the top? So all 3 containers together holds 825 gallons, and as today $1.84 per gallon, it's going to cost us $1,520. Then we have to add our stabilizer to the fuel to make it last, and the amount of stabilizers that we have to add to each gallon is 1 ounce for 2.5 gallons. Now for 825 gallons, that means that we need 10.3 32-ounce bottles. And I went on Amazon and I found 12 bottles for $143. And if we divide that up, each bottle is going to cost us $11.90. So 10.3 bottles is going to cost us $122, and that's going to be able to preserve our full 825 gallons. So now it's time to calculate everything up and to see actually how much it's going to cost us to be able to preserve 825 gallons worth of fuel for 2 years. And when we add that up, it's going to be $2,233. Now what we're going to compare that to is what gas prices were before everything in the world happened and gas prices plummeted. So at the beginning of January, gas prices was at $2.66. So when everything, you know, all this kind of ends, I would imagine that the gas prices would go back up to be in about $2.60. So what we're going to do is take 825 gallons times $2.66, and that comes out to be just shy of $2,200. So technically we are losing about $40, but if gas prices do go over $3 here within the next year and you have 825 gallons that you bought for $1.84, you're actually going to be saving, a couple $100 worth of fuel. This is definitely going to be a smarter investment for the person that has a large household, that has a lot of people that drive and use gas regularly versus a single person like me that lives in the city and barely drives at all. But again, if you did already have these tanks sitting at home, or if you live on a farm and you have a bulk gas tank or something like that, then you are actually going to be saving money right now if you go and do this. But for the person like me that doesn't have any of these tanks, and doesn't have a lot of room to store it, it is going to be kind of investment. If these prices do go over $3 within the next year, then I definitely will be saving a couple $100s if I did it. But again, I really think that if you're going to go ahead and do this, you're going to be the person that probably lives on a farm or lives in the country that has room outside their house to be storing these tanks, and also uses a lot of heavy equipment, or uses a lot of their cars daily, versus the person that lives in town like me. To wrap up the video here, the answer to the question is yes, you will save money if you buy gas in bulk now, but it does come with a couple factors. As you saw within the example, if you didn't have to buy the containers, you would be saving a couple $100s. But let's say you did have to buy the containers, you had to buy the stabilizers. If you bought gas for under $1.50 right now, and later in the next year it gets to $2.60, then yeah, you will be saving money even if you had to buy everything with it. But if you bought it for the $1.84 and it doesn't get above $2.60, then you would have to wait for it to get above $3 before you'd be saving any money. But it all just depends upon pricing, and I really think that if you are somebody that is using a lot of gas, or you live on a farm and you use a lot of heavy equipment or something like that, then definitely look into it, especially if you already have tanks that can hold it. So that's pretty much all that I got for you guys, and I would really enjoy it if you push that like button, and I will see you on the next one.